This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Music legend Paul McCartney bringing his Got Back tour to U.S. Bank Stadium Friday, October 17th. Tickets drop July 18th at 10 a.m., but you can beat the rush. Register now for the artist presale at paulmccartneygotback.com. One night, one icon. Don't miss it. Full details. KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
Don't forget the Knocker, as I said, will join at 5:02 this afternoon on this very special edition of the Bumper to Bumper program. Has he been called away on an emergency meeting?
No, the exact opposite. He had some business to attend to in the Metro, and he will be in studio with you at 5 o'clock. The Knocker texted me about 30 minutes ago.
That's outstanding.
And said,
what a nice surprise.
I think I can get to studio. Would you want me? And I said, of course.
Hope I don't infect him.
Why not? He's the Knocker. He's good.
Yeah,
he'll be fixed by dinner if you do.
That's true. You think he's got some inside help?
Makes a couple of calls. Somebody probably meets him at his house.
That's probably true. That's even better.
He's probably got prednisone in his glove compartment.
Well, we'll find out. That's great. Well, that's good. I hope. Does he remember how to get here?
He does. In fact, he said, are you still by the Continental Diamond store? And I said, that's where we are since 2003. Come on over.
It's a beautiful thing.
So he'll be here.
That's even better.
Yeah.
A lot of good emails coming in regarding the baseball salary cap situation. I'll save those for a little bit later. We've got news on the March before we're done as well. We've got I guess it's a combination seal of approval that involves somebody named Rocky. Do you know about this story? Not the boxer. Rocky. Do you know the Rocky story?
I don't know.
The latest Rocky story?
I may. I'm not sure.
It's emotional. It's good. We'll save that as well. But if we got a couple of letters, let's go to the inbox.
It's time for Dr. Dan's.
Oh, McMenamin's talking to Berenger right now.
I see that, yeah. Good-looking kid.
Yeah. Doesn't even look like he's sweating.
Rangy, big, live body, the whole bit.
Game changed when he went out. The Pelicans got back into it. We're up 7 to start the fourth quarter right now. And look, they're going right at him. Right at our other big guys. That'll change when he gets back in there.
I was going to say, well, is he holding him up from the game? No, McManaman, leave him alone.
Remember, Sedano told us they tape these.
Yes.
Do they do that in summer league?
I'm sure
maybe they don't have the.
No, I think it's the same thing. I think a lot of people did get confused by that. So, wait a minute, they're talking to the coach, and the coach is coaching, but they're allowed to. They can tape those during breaks.
Dear Dr. Dan, I try to take the high road as Lynx president of basketball operations. I've traded many players in the past. I just expected them to know it's a business and don't take it personally, but. Now I heard I just got traded. Not sure if I like this. I was supposed to coach Team Clark in the WNBA All-Star game, and C. Clark traded me to N. Collier's team. Should I be taking this personally? C. Reeve.
I'm glad we got this letter. Did you explore this subject yesterday? Because when we went off the air the day before, we were actually doing kind of a live, not a listen-in, but we were kind of playing along with the two team captains, Clark and Collier, picking their teams for the All-Star game.
Correct,
right?
Yep.
But then they were still in mid-selection when we went off the air. And then later that night, I check back, and I hear something about a trade involving the coaches. And I'm thinking to myself, you can't make this up. So how did this happen? Was this a bit that was going to happen all along? And me being the conspiracy theory guy, I'm going with, well, this is exactly what C. Reeve wanted to happen. She did not want to have to be in the uncomfortable position of coaching C. Clark. Or is it being viewed as a different conspiracy? This was C. Clark's way of precipitating something that was kind of a thumbing of the nose at C. Reeve for her perceived approach regarding the C. Clark phenomenon last year.
I'll add this. If N. Collier was not the captain of the other team, if it was B. Stewart or S. Inescu.
Yes.
Would this trade have even been possible? Because they have the cover of, well, let Cheryl coach Nafisa, right? Let her coach her own player in the All-Star game. That's how it's being presented, you know? We're gonna let Reeve coach Fee because they're together all the time.
Well, that's the reason to not have it, to me.
I know.
This is another one of those deals where, in a marketing sense, that WNBA doesn't get it. The better story, by far, that brings a little juice to it. And by the way, if the principals have fun with it in a sense of humor, it can be benign. It doesn't have to be anything serious. It could be fun, is that, no, Reeve coaches Collier every day. Let's make this fun.
Maybe Fee wants a break.
Let's bring a little, let's bring a little juice to this thing, to a meaningless exhibition game. Let's see how it goes with C. Reeve coaching C. Clark. Don't you think that's the better story?
I thought that would have been really fun. I did think that was really going to be fun. By the way, the Lynx this afternoon at Crypto.com in Los Angeles pretty much routed the Sparks.
They blew a late lead last night, didn't they?
The Lynx, was that last night?
Was it last night or the night before? They lost their last game.
They lost to the Mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was was that yesterday afternoon?
I thought it was a matinee game. Yes,
it was yesterday afternoon they lost. And then today they had a big lead and really made the fourth quarter irrelevant. They end up winning by 9. Collier had 17 points there. A game you could have heard on the Lynx channel of your iHeartRadio app.
So do we know whether that was all pre-planned?
I would assume it probably was.
Right.
But I don't know that for sure.
I don't want to overstate it. I don't want to make this more serious than it needs to be. But doesn't it just come off again as odd? It's like, let her coach her. What is the deal? It makes me feel like there was, that people are afraid of it or something. I don't understand it. It's so bizarre.
I know,
to me, but whatever.
It's another chapter for Christine Brennan's book.
Yes,
probably.
it could very well be.
Here's a quickie. Dear Dr. Dan, next time you have Louis in studio, could you ask him what the tax rate is in the hockey hotbed that is the state of Florida, K. Kaprizov?
Whoa. Well, it's another good callback for us because I obviously was out yesterday and we didn't have a chance to talk about this with Louis gone from the show. But did you find Louis' reaction troubling regarding the fact that there is still no signing?
When he says the longer it goes, the worse I feel? Yes. He knows what it's like. He's been in that chair. He knows how these things go. I did. I had Micheletti on yesterday basically just to react to that.
And what did he say?
He's also concerned. Well, there's a long time before here and there.
It is.
And Russo's trying to pour water on all of it. And Kirill's in Russia right now, and there's a conspiracy that everything's done, and they just want to let him get back here, and then they'll announce it, and everything will be fine. But it's also not done. I think everyone would feel better if you just said it's done, and when he comes back, we'll do the press conference at Grand Casino Arena on West 7th in Kellogg.
My understanding is it's obviously not lack of effort on the part of the Wild and Guerin, but that it's a simple matter of the agents just not responding to him right now and saying we're not doing anything yet. That could be no big deal. Like you said, that could be benign. It could be we're playing the game out a little bit. We don't want to be the first ones to sign, whatever the case may be.
People are waiting for McDavid to sign too, possibly.
Yeah,
that's the other thing
we've heard. That was the other thing that Louis brought up too. So in the end, this might be much ado about nothing, but it speaks to the condition of the franchise why this is going to be concerning until it's done. Because this franchise, I don't think, has ever been more vulnerable than it is right now, or rarely, in that it's a house of cards if Kaprizov isn't back here. They absolutely have to. And, the irony of it is he hasn't even shown the last couple of years he's that durable.
Right.
But they're stuck. They have no choice but to double and triple down on him and make sure everybody realizes it's all about getting him back here. But I was surprised. I thought Louis, as a former GM, was going to go more. Calm down, everything's good. The fact that Louis is an impatient man.
That's true.
You have to factor that in. But I also think his spidey senses are out a little bit. That I don't. Don't mess with this thing at all. Don't give any opportunity for weirdness to come in one form or another. So, there is, as you say, plenty of time, but I did think that was an interesting reaction from Luigi.
We want to take this to the bottom, right? We can.
We can, however you want to do it. Yeah.
Let's do that. So we'll take it to the bottom. I will, though, because we're at about 10 after when we try to give money away with bonus bucks. Let you know that the fan and BigDeck.com want to give you a shot to win those bonus bucks with our National Cash Contest. The keyword for the 4 o'clock hour is pay. Go to KFAN.com and enter the keyword pay.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, it is again the most wonderful time of year. I'm back, baby. Now's the time to forget about playoff runs, drafts, mock drafts, and free agent frenzies. It's a great time to unplug, take a breath, and enjoy some lazy, hazy days of summer. Whether it be a vacation, a lake, the North Shore, a peaceful walk in the park, or a quiet moment on the porch, take advantage because 2 weeks from today, you will be broadcasting from the perch.
Oh, my God.
And I will be gone. I hope you enjoy our time again this year. And do you have any personal suggestions on how to best use this time? Yours truly, the S Abyss. The S Abyss.
Is it that close?
2 weeks from today, we will be in Eagan at TCO. Kevin O'Connell will be welcoming you with fancy water on Thursday, July 24th. Yeah.
Is everything earlier this year?
It's a little early.
Feels a little early compared to a year ago.
Might be a few days early, but 2 weeks from today.
Wow.
I will be off a red-eye flight from Vegas, not to go watch Baron J.
Big Ten stuff?
Big Ten Media Day.
Yeah.
I'll be home from that 2 weeks from today to be at Vikings training camp.
That is stunning, man. Yeah, I guess, part of me says I'm not quite ready. I feel like this summer has gone by a little quicker than usual. Maybe in part because I've taken an actual summer vacation this year when I generally don't.
And the Wolves always make us go to June now.
That's true.
That does make it seem compressed.
Everything seems scrunched. But I guess for a sports station, that can be kind of a good thing to a degree. I'm just trying to figure out if we could maybe, trump up any controversies as we prepare for the opening day of training camp. I don't think there's many left, right? Because A. Rodgers is signed elsewhere.
He has.
K. Cousins, I guess. We could still play around with that.
Yeah.
Possibility, but doesn't seem much. And now we'll see if we can get him going on the running game. He pledged a year ago that the running game was going to be bigger. Mm-hmm. And it kind of was and kind of wasn't. And now they seem to really be putting their money where their mouth is in terms of draft picks.
Offensive line.
Went out and traded for a running back, correct?
Yes.
The former 49ers backup guy. So, man, that's a rude awakening.
2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today.
Yes.
I hope it's nice and cool.
We'll be talking to KOC basically 2 weeks from right now.
Yeah,
usually practice ends right around 4.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Man. Oh, by the way, how many years is this latest extension for your guy, for Pete?
Just the one.
Okay.
Yeah, just the one through 2030.
Through 2030?
Yeah.
Is that like a symbolic one? Then why bother with one that's like an extra year? How's that work?
I don't disagree. That's why I didn't have much of a reaction to it, because it was official yesterday. I think they probably just wanted to give him more money.
Okay. Yeah, and so that was the way to do it.
We're going to do it this way.
Yeah.
So
even though we're in arrears and we're in the red, and Scoggins had the story about how we're all screwed up, and we're going to probably have to eliminate a couple more sports.
No, they're not going to do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay, Mr. Coyle.
They already cut my sport, tennis, which I still hear about from people in the community.
He's assuring that that's not going to be part of the deal, but they got to find the money somewhere. Is it $5 million? Or was it more?
For that they're going to be in the red?
In the red, yeah. Wasn't it like 5? Or was it 7?
I thought it was like 3.5, 4, but you might be right with 5. I hear monthly from people in the tennis community that are still bitter about the tennis thing.
Like gymnastics?
I can do something about it. Gymnastics, too. Not as much anymore. We haven't had John Roethlisberger on lately.
That's it. Yeah, that's true.
But the tennis people, they're like mad at me. So I wouldn't have done it. I didn't decide. He didn't ask me.
Yeah, it wasn't your call.
I wish it was still there, even though I didn't play there. They didn't recruit me. My tennis program at Iowa got cut, too.
Yeah.
So I can't even go back there when we go to Kinnick later and see my old coach. Well, I could see him.
But he's not
going to be coaching
anybody.
Not going to work here anymore. Let me restart it.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, I know you're impressed by the defensive skills of the young Frenchman But I'd cool your jets just a little. Sure, he can block shots at a staggering pace and secure rebounds with relative ease, but let's see him try to make a putback from 2 feet away under the basket. Or dribble the ball more than one time. Or catch the ball while running. Yes, at the same time. Let's not get our berets in a bundle too quickly here. Au revoir, our Gobert. Au revoir, our Gobert.
That's close enough. I tried to tell you that earlier. I mean, this week, what's today, Thursday? Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Each day, various outlets, I saw the same headline. We vow to not overreact to whatever happens first day, first night, NBA Summer League. And there's no point in the bit, there's no point in proclaiming it, because no matter how often people vow that we're not going to overreact like we have in the past, people can't help themselves. Human nature being what it is, and I've said this before, especially when you put something on TV, it becomes bigger than it's worth. I mean, that's why a lot of bowl games survive, is you put it on TV, and even if the quality of play is horrible, doesn't matter. You got cameras on it, and so the illusion of bigness is created by TV. And you put every game on TV now, like is the case with the NBA Summer League, that's become an actual attraction, then, if the French kid is blocking shots early, people are going to be comparing him to Bill Russell. Who's the Dallas #1 pick?
Cooper Flagg. If
Cooper Flagg looks like Larry Joe Bird in a meaningless Summer League game against meaningless competition, people are going to go, oh my God, he's even better than we thought. If Cooper Flagg goes 0 for 6, has difficulty beating people off the dribble, it'll be, this is Summer League. He should be able to do better than that on the basis of a single game. In fact, who's the San Antonio Spurs phenom?
Wemby?
Wemby's first game in the Summer League was a disaster. And there were people kind of going, well, okay then, I don't know. Now, I always thought the hype going in was a little over the top on the front, to the positive, but we're going to overreact to no matter what takes place. And I can't even get mad at people for doing it anymore because I said they put it on TV. If it's on TV, people are going to overreact to it.
Rob Dillingham did a sideline interview during the game. Do you want to hear what he had to say about our first-round pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing. Since the first day I seen him, I could tell he was going to be good, and I told him he was going to be good. He loves coaching. He loves playing. He don't talk nothing. He just runs the floor. He don't get mad if he don't get the ball. He just play basketball. That's what I love about him. He's going to be a great player one day for sure.
Well, why is he not on the court in crunch time? Is he out there? I don't see him. He is there.
Yeah,
that's
he's right
19.
there. Dunker spot.
Nice little feed, but 33 wasn't ready for it.
Leonard Miller.
Miller was not ready for
Fumbles for it.
I mean, it was a little behind him.
Yeah.
But
he'll make up for it on this. And then Miller fouls the guy.
Has he scored at all on anything but dunks? What's the updated box score?
He's still at 11 points, 5 of 6.
Yeah,
I have seen a couple of dunks. He's had 3 offensive rebounds. He had a nice putback dunk on one of them.
Okay.
After he blocked a shot on the other end. So he had a couple of really nice stretches.
There you go.
I'm telling you. Well, you weren't on. You were gone when they drafted him. Forget about Summer League. I watched a 5-minute YouTube mashup of him in his wherever the hell he was playing last year. I'm like, who is this guy? He's guarding guards 50 feet from the basket.
You were wondering why he wasn't picked top 5?
Well, what made me, I got bitter because when you're 7 feet tall, he just basically picked up basketball as a hobby post-COVID. You know how we all kind of took a hard look at ourselves after COVID and said we're going to make some changes?
Yes.
He just decided to hoop. And 5 years later, he's a first-round pick because he's 7 feet tall. So I was actually bitter as a 5'9" guy. But watch the YouTube video, man. I'm telling you.
That changed my life.
Great moves. And as Tim Conley said, because he's so raw, he doesn't have any bad habits. He's clay.
Well, he doesn't have any bad habits because he didn't grow up in the American AAU system.
True.
That's why.
Truth cannot be controversial.
No.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dr. Dan, you think prednisone gets blamed for weight gain? Try walking in my shoes for 12 days. Despite offering guests miles of walking paths, they always seem to end up standing around for old family favorites like curds, fries, and warm cookies. At least I can usually get them to walk over to the shadow of the grandstand to hear old friends like Two Dogs, T. Cheetah, and A. Zimmern, but it never seems to be enough to offset the chicken fried bacon fries. See you in 42 days.
Oh, my God.
M. State Fair.
This is all coming at me too fast. 2 weeks.
Try going to
The
Dublin
Perch.
next summer.
That's true. 42 days. State Fair. My God. That's fast, too. Have you figured out our T-shirt yet?
No, but that's kind of why I brought it up, because we need some ideas. We need to remind people.
Yeah, get us back in the loop.
We need to remind people.
What are the new? Do we already know the? Is anybody on the concert lineup that we want?
I don't think
It's
so.
gettable?
I don't think so. You can look. I don't think it's the greatest grandstand lineup.
What about
ever.
my other request? Is that going in?
I have
Too
one.
early to tell?
I have one in.
Yeah,
To our guy who's extremely helpful, and we don't have
I don't
anything
think it's
there.
a sold out concert.
It is
yet,
not.
If that helps. Yeah.
I looked, and it is not. So,
We'll see.
speaking of concerts, let's wrap it up with this one.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, look at us. P. McCartney coming to the People's Stadium. How's that for flyover country? Sincerely, USB Stadium.
Well, you told me this was a major subject yesterday. The big U.S. Bank Stadium announcement about the greatest announcement ever coming. And I assume most of the speculation was that it was going to be P. McCartney. Yet today, I had some text early in this show saying, well, why did they overhype it like this? Almost as if P. McCartney's not a big enough name. And I'm trying to think, okay, I know he's been here recently. It's not like he hadn't been here in 22 years. But who's, at this point, what's going to be a bigger concert announcement than P. McCartney?
That's why I felt like it had to be him.
Yeah.
I think he's in a tier by himself. I don't think so. Not that's going to be all-encompassing to a lot of different people, even the young people that understand his significance,
the phenomenon,
right?
at least, yes.
Yeah. I'm with you. He had to be the guy.
It had to be but I guess I'm surprised because the people are saying they're disappointed. It's like, well, who did you have in mind? I mean, because I don't think it's an overhyping statement for them to say what they said. Now, will we make history again, this market? Will we be the one market that doesn't sell out for Paul McCartney like we did the Beatles the first time he came?
We might be, because of the buildup. People were annoyed about the whole buildup. That was what we talked about yesterday. Because it has to be something that you've almost never seen before to have the buildup. And that's where I kind of feel bad for P. McCartney. He's probably thinking
only half full.
Well, sorry, I don't need to go. Chicago's happy to have me. I'm playing 2 nights at United Center.
They're at another, or Soldier Field.
I told Kessler the greatest McCartney story ever that we talked about at the time when he couldn't get into that VIP party after the Grammys.
Yeah,
we need another hit, guys. It's the best story ever.
It's as good as it gets, yeah.
I can't go to the concert because it's Friday Night Football, Gophers, Nebraska at Huntington. So I'm kind of annoyed because I would have gone. I've never seen him.
I saw him at the one at Target.
Yeah, you've seen him. I would love to go see him.
You should. Yeah, that's
but
too bad.
I'm not going to be able to this time.
Yeah. Well, can't you take a week off? That's probably
not on Husker Week.
Husker Week.
Not
it's
on
Husker
Friday.
Week. That's true.
Not on Husker Week.
PJ would not take kindly to that either.
No, although he probably wanted to go. He's a concert guy.
That's true.
Let's do 2 walk-offs here. We got a lot of these.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, I've been known to give the gift of gab, not prednisone. That from B. Stone. And this one, Dr. Dan, let's be clear about this. Your little voice issue had nothing to do with me. I'm not a spreader of anything but good cheer. B. Stone.
Yeah, that might well indeed be true. We'll never know. We'll never know whatever crud virus that I received on the most recent transoceanic trip. Good edition of the Inbox. Still sponsorship available, I should add. And it looks like the Wolves are going to win their, they got a good chance, I should say, to win.
See Dilly just throw it to the Pelicans bench.
Was that Dilly on the turnover?
Yes.
They're
going a little quick.
This is the opening game for the Wolves in this Summer League extravaganza. They lead New Orleans by 7, 59 seconds to go, and a turnover back. They now have the ball again. It looks like a rather emphatic punctuation exclamation mark from your guy, T. Shannon. A coast-to-coast slam dunk with authority. Wolves up 9, 46 seconds to go.
Up high, down hard. Fan. The biggest muscle car party of the year is coming to the Minnesota State Fairgrounds July 18th through the 20th. The Street Machine Nationals. You can enter for your chance to win 4 tickets at KFAN.com. Keyword contest.
I don't know what world people are living in. I guess this is, again, just sort of where we are regarding the anger out there that the folks, the marketing folks at U.S. Bank Stadium built us up and got our hopes up only to dash them. I mean, what is wrong with people, in all seriousness, where you get wired about or worked up over something like that? Whatever you think of McCartney and whether he's been here too much to really think that there's anything particularly dramatic or special. What was the term that was used in the press release?
One of the biggest shows in Minnesota history.
Which,
you have any prednisone? I might need it here.
Which, depending on, again, your musical taste is factually true. Demonstrably true. I don't understand. But even if you're slightly disappointed, in all seriousness, this is what's working you up. This is what's got your dauber down. So again, no one has told me the names of the individuals, because everybody had to presumably know it was a concert, right? It was going to be either a musical group or an individual singer or performer, correct?
We thought, because of how they said show and not necessarily concert, that maybe they were going to get sneaky and it was like the draft or it was WrestleMania or it was something different than a musical group or musical act. We thought that for about 5-10 minutes,
okay.
But then we landed on McCartney.
Somebody said Adele would have been bigger. Really? I guess Adele, to the extent that she's not performing much anymore.
Outside of Vegas, right.
Okay,
yep.
but that's not bigger.
That was a name that came up yesterday.
But it may be, for some people, arguably as big, but it wouldn't be bigger. That goes back to musical taste. Just strange how really, downtrodden people seem to be over this. We did win, by the way. Oh, it's almost over. Dilly, is this updated stat correct? 6 assists, 7 turnovers. That's not a good assist-to-turnover ratio.
I do see that in the box score. Yeah,
that we need some
4
more.
4 of 14 shooting.
That's just you gotta keep putting him out there. I'd say he's the guy who does need the time.
Yep.
For sure. I want to apologize to 651 guy who was recording the game and now feels like he's not going to be able to enjoy it when he gets home tonight.
You'll still enjoy the first 8 minutes of watching our first-round draft pick just erase everything that New Orleans was trying to get at the rim.
I feel like for especially a summer league game, the last minute has taken 20 minutes.
Have they had any replays? Playing. What are they doing?
I don't know.
Because I tuned it off.
Yeah, we inbounded it and now got fouled intentionally. I think Dilly's going to the line to
put it away, hopefully.
Trying to put this thing away, I guess. Or can you turn the ball over at the free throw line? I guess you can if a free throw violation.
Yeah.
Is that a turnover?
I think it would count as a turnover.
Does that count as a turnover?
Yes.
If you violate the free throw line, and then I guess that's possible. I don't even know. We also had some text going back to the salary cap baseball possibility. Oh, I know what I wanted to mention. Let me see. Did I exit? I don't know that I did. I probably should have. Oh, here it is. This is from Jeff in Richfield. There are 10 Major League Baseball teams with sub $100 million salaries. That's insane. The Marlins salary is $44 million. There are 14 players in the NBA making more money than that. Well, part of the beauty of a salary cap is there is a thing called a salary cap minimum, right?
A floor, as they like to say.
That's it.
It'd be great to have one of those.
And as an example, the NBA salary cap for the 24-25 season, $140.588 million. The minimum salary for a team this past year was $126.5 million. Teams must spend at least 90% of the cap. Now, again, it's apples and oranges. The numbers would be different. But the point is, for people who say, well, you still got to make, how about you got so many teams in baseball that just don't want to spend it all. Well, in a cap situation, that number would have to be brought up. Now, the comeback from those teams would be, well, we got to get more revenue. Where are you going to find the revenue for us? So there's a number of things that make it a complicated process to get there. But that's what folks have to remember is in the salary cap world, what too many baseball teams do now could not happen on the bottom end.
Right.
Right? And that's part of what creates the farcical aspect to the competition, at least in theory, even if some teams end up overachieving from time to time. I think that has to be that's a big part of it. Cher would be bigger than Adele, okay?
Yeah.
I not at this point. I don't think so.
No, probably not.
I bet the farm on Jimi Hendrix. I'll never really recover from this. That's Charlie and Bemidji. You said you had hologram ideas that were thrown out.
People really liked the holograms. Yep.
Yesterday as well.
Stones were part of it. Eminem came up as a guy who doesn't do much anymore. For my generation, that would have been huge.
Right. No question.
But the more I thought about it yesterday, there's only one guy. Taylor Swift was just here 2 years ago, and we would have already heard she's getting ready to announce a tour. So it had to be McCartney.
Yeah.
And I think we have to be okay with that.
The only person that should be disappointed is PA. He thought McCartney was going to be there today.
Really?
Is that true?
I don't know. But PA was part of the announcement.
Oh.
Down at the stadium. I do know that.
It's part of a big production. Huh?
Yes, part of the deal. Yeah. Vikings jersey, the whole bit.
Any shot to get him in studio?
Well, here's my thing on that. Probably not in studio, but what sticks in my craw as a producer is, remember he did like the Wyoming radio station interview? It was a small town radio station. I thought it was Iowa. Was it Wyoming? Oh, maybe it was Iowa.
It was definitely, a small spot. And I didn't remember the story. There was a good backstory about it, too. I don't remember what it was.
That's what I got to get to the bottom of it, because I do always believe there's a way. You just have to find the right people in person.
And get lucky. Well, I think it's a combination of mood, of the individual.
Luck is a huge part of it.
Yeah, it's undeniable.
Timing, the whole deal. But that was the first thing I thought of when it was official, was he did that small town interview.
Yeah, that was something. It was good, too. 98-91, Wolves do win their NBA Summer League opening game. I assume that your guy, the Dallas number 1 overall pick, is tonight in primetime.
He must be if they're tweeting out cinema.
And it's him versus
Bronny,
I think, as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Very good point. All right, let's stay on schedule because we went long with the inbox in the first half hour of the show. Don't forget, the Knocker not only is going to join us at 5, he apparently is going to join us in studio. So we're looking forward to visit with him. And if you have questions for Mayo Clinic Big Knocker Bill Maurice, as always, hit the Bradshaw and Bryant KFAN text line. That number is 64686. Might have to do ode to a very special Rocky that is not, in this case, the boxer. That and more when we return.
It's the Bumper to Bumper Seal of Approval.
I can't vouch for the total accuracy of this particular seal of approval entrant, but it's just too good to pass up. Involves a story about a 5-month-old puppy named Rocky.
Oh, of course. It's always a puppy. It's always a puppy.
Well, it's not going to be a cat.
Could be if you looked. I sent you one like 2 months ago. Nothing.
Well, because it was debunked.
Oh, it was?
That one I did check.
Okay.
Those are the only ones I check. A 5-month-old puppy named Rocky saved 67 people from a devastating landslide in India. Named Rocky. In the early hours of June 30th, he was sleeping on the ground floor of his home in Saithi village as torrential rains poured down outside. Rocky woke up, began barking, and got the attention of his human, Lalit Kumar. I was woken by my dog's strange barking as if he was trying to warn me. When I reached him, I saw a huge crack in the wall and water pouring in. Thanks to Rocky's early warning, Kumar was able to wake up the others in the village, encouraging 22 families to evacuate to safety. Soon after, nearly a dozen homes were flattened as a landslide struck the village. Rocky had only been with Kumar for 3 months, but he's already an extremely valued member of his community, having helped save the lives of all of his neighbors.
It's good work.
Dogs, we'll all agree. I mean, there are people out there who think that those of us who love dogs imbue human qualities in them that don't always exist, that we project stuff. And sometimes we're probably capable of that. But is there any doubt that many animals, certainly dogs included, sometimes have an innate sense of something coming?
They do.
Before humans figure it out. That happens. That's provable. It's happened over and over again. What were the stories? Was it a tsunami? A tidal wave? I want to say it was one of those where basically if you follow the cues of animals, even birds, in situations like that, they know something's coming before it actually arrives. And dogs certainly can have that sixth sense. So congratulations in this case to Rocky, saving 67 people from a landslide in India. Now, how much fact vetting was done on this story? Was it embellished a little bit? Possibly. But, I mean, the source was good.
Would 50 of them have figured it out on their own?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm just mentioning it. I don't know. Just wondering. Bradshaw and Brian KFAN text line is open. 646-86 is the number. You get to, Streisand would have been big.
Not bigger than McCartney. Where can Streisand play right now?
I don't. Well, does she still have her voice?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Let's just say if she wanted to hit the 2026 World Tour, is she playing arenas? Is she playing theaters?
I wouldn't. Well, see, I don't know. I don't know if there's enough fans from way back.
That's what I'm wondering.
That they probably would show up just because of the historical nature of it. I'm not.
In her prime, where was she playing?
In her prime? I don't think, because in those days, I don't think they were doing a lot of, singers like her were doing stadiums.
Right.
Maybe,
like football stadiums.
Basketball arenas.
Right.
But I honestly don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
When she toured,
kind of naive.
I don't know how she, what she toured on. That's very true. Why is saying Adele offensive? To your own point, it's just opinion. Did I say it was offensive? I think if I said it was offensive, I would say the notion that one name would be that much bigger, that Adele's name would be bigger than McCartney's, offensive is probably the wrong term. If I used it, let me try it again. Ridiculous is what I would say. I don't even think it's even among musical people that there'd be anyone who would consider that even close to logical to say that that Adele would be a bigger name than a much bigger name than Paul McCartney. I just think that strains credulity, even with the subjective nature of, in fact, it sort of to me proves the point that if it's subjective in nature, that the idea that one could be that much bigger than the other at this point, it just doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense. I guess what I'm saying is, I think the same number of people who apparently are disappointed it's a McCartney could say if the name was Adele, they were disappointed by that.
Right.
That's my point. What I'm saying is I keep hearing what's disappointing you, but no one's telling me what a universal name that everybody would go, oh, well, that's it. That's right. The world's turning on the basis of this name being announced for this event. I don't know.
Will you go Friday, October 17th? Would you try to go?
No, I don't think so.
You've seen it? You've been there?
I don't think I would. If Michelle Kelm-Helgen was still in charge, this would have been promoted as a low-key event where you can bring your own family. That's from Jonathan in Bloomington. Could be Kessler as well, and St. P. Kessler in St. Paul, could it not?
It could be. Yeah. Family fun.
Low-key event. That's part of what's changed there, is now everything's got to be hyped beyond any sort of, reason.
And poor Hank can't even get in anymore.
Doesn't even seem to have been a factor. Led Zeppelin, would that have been big enough for people?
That was a name that came up a lot yesterday.
Well, I guess the difference there would be is how long has it been since they performed?
A while.
The living members.
Yes, a while, apparently.
Yeah, longer than McCartney, who's out there like every 2 weeks.
Yeah, he was just here. Didn't he play the grandstand last State Fair?
McCartney?
No.
Oh, that was a joke.
Thank you.
Nothing would surprise me with McCartney. Yeah, I'll blame that on the prednisone. How recent was he here?
It was a couple of years ago, wasn't it? I'll look. But
was there a time after the Target? He's been here since Target.
Yes.
He was at
I
the
think
X,
he was here last summer or last year, 2 years ago.
Wasn't he at the X?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't remember where it was. But I think, there's been at least one, maybe 2 or 3. I think he was at the Caboose about 6 months ago, wasn't he?
You might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right.
Wouldn't be all that surprising. One other one I wanted to get to, and then we got, did the knocker find his way here?
He's here, yeah. I got to go get him here in a minute or two.
Oh, good. Oh, outstanding. He didn't have a key card?
No.
Yeah, that probably makes sense. He's not in this building that often.
So 2018 maybe it was?
Who's BTS?
That's some big band. I don't know. I got that a lot yesterday. The kids like him.
Oh, the kids like him?
Yeah.
Well, that would, for them, might be big, but again, it wouldn't be bigger.
Right.
I mean, I'm not disparaging them. It's just, Paul has had nothing new to offer since like 1970. Well, that's irrelevant. What world are you living in?
If that's true, which it's not.
No, and that's,
There's a hell of a lot he offered. I think it's okay to keep trading off of that.
I just don't, I don't understand where this enmity comes from. Guns N' Roses?
No, they've been here too.
Yeah. Village People? I for the life of me just don't know what else who they're. To me, when I heard about the big announcement, didn't you assume that's who it was probably likely to be?
That's where I landed.
And I did too. I didn't know it, but I'm going, well, it's probably, And was there, could you say there's a little bit of exaggeration there? Yeah, but it's the marketing business. The idea that we have enough, like I said, the number of people who apparently are actually feel wronged by this is very, very strange to me. We've got news on the march yet to come. You're off the hook for Top 5 at 5. I'm hoping my voice is going to be able to hold up because we expect the knocker, Mayo Clinic big knocker, Bill Maurice, not only with us today at 5, but in studio.